Hey everybody, it's Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery. Today is Sunday, the 1st of January, so Happy New Year to you. We are going to make a bird sign today. I've cut out all the birds from some wood that I had in my garage, and I've got a circle that I got from Hobby Lobby that had a different sign on it, and I went ahead and I made sure that this was crackled a little bit just because it would look more wintry. So that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to use some picks from Hobby Lobby and Michaels to try to make it look really cute and wintry. I've got a stapler because it probably will be better if I staple some of the greenery on there. Goodness, y'all. Still got this stuff in my throat, but we're gonna make it, and I feel fine. Hey, Miss Jerry, it's good to see you. Is it chilly in Texas today? It is sunny, and it's supposed to be 68 here, which is not wintry at all. Hey, Miss Patty Price, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for coming on here. We'll wait until a couple of people get on. I know some people are probably at church today. I've got all my greenery kind of in front of me down here. Hey, Miss Debbie, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for coming on here. You know, I love birds, and this is what I chose to do. I went ahead and I painted a couple of them, and this is my little woodpecker, and these are little titmouses right here together. And then I've got 4 other birds that I'm going to paint this morning. Like I said, I did paint the back of this. You like seeing my sunshine? I know, but it gets in my eyes sometimes. Hey, Miss Carrie, Miss Paula, how are you doing? 67 right now, supposed to get mid-70s. Goodness gracious. Isn't it weird the way it is? So I've got like a small flat brush here that I'm going to use to paint these. I'm going to go ahead and do the yellow and do the female red bird. And she is kind of gold. And so I'm going to take some white and some of this together and make this a little bit more of her color. Now this is what I got inspiration from. This is a Christmas card, and it says peace on it. Wishing you Merry Christmas filled with peace and joy, and great joy, it says. The only thing I didn't do the sparrow because I didn't feel like that really fit in. So I just like the other birds, so I went ahead and just did it the way I wanted to and just make it on a bigger scale. This way I'll know what the birds' colors are and stuff. So I'm just going to take some of this gold, and it's King's Gold, and put it with the white a little bit so I can just go ahead and paint on here. And I am going to need a little bit of orange and red, and I've got that. So I'm just going to paint this. I'm going to go ahead and paint the sides, the goldy yellowish color, except for where the beak is, and a little bit of black, which I can go over it anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these done, and then we'll put it all together. Y'all like birds like I do? The older I get, I mean, I've always liked birds, but my mother likes birds. And I just like painting them too. So it has a little bit of red tone in it also, but y'all know that if y'all know anything about birds or any other animals, that the uglier bird is usually the female and the male is the pretty one. Like the red bird, it's red, and this is yellow and kind of muted. I guess it's to keep, you know, animals away from the female and the babies and stuff. And that's the reason why it's like that. I'm going to turn this over. I used a sign that I had because it was like 1/2 inch. And it was a little bit thicker, not like the 1/4 inch birch plywood that I normally use to cut this out. These are a little bit thicker. Hey, Miss Gloria, how are you doing? Thank you for coming on. So I'm gonna just keep going here, and then we'll paint the front of it. You're not gonna see the back, but we could paint the back as well, because most of them are gonna be on here. You're not gonna be able to see it. And I'm just gonna paint. Let me get some of the white. I'm gonna paint everything except for where the black's gonna be and the beak. I've already got it drawn on here. I've had this for a long time and I just haven't done it yet. But I thought today was a good day to do this because I do like it. Used to have 25 birds at your house. Goodness gracious. I see a bunch of them outside because I like to feed them, but they sure do make a mess between that and the squirrel trying to get his. Then I have a mess on my backyard there at the door. But I do like to feed them anyway. I don't go out there that much except to grill sometimes in the summer. Alright. So there's where the black's going to be and where the beak is going to be on there. So right now I've just got my one coat of the yellow. We're going to do all the background colors, so I'm going to set that aside. That was the tail end of my yellow, so I'm just using it, and I had to just cut it off. So I'm going to use the red, and I'm going to use this multi-surface satin here. Let me see, I'm going to put this over here because I need to use this. I'm trying not to get anything on the background here. And I'm going to get the yellow out of my brush. I'm using the small one because these aren't very big. And this is my red bird right here. So we're just going to do the sides of it. We'll do all the backgrounds and then we'll go back and do it. By then, everything will be dry. It's okay if you get it on the back a little bit. Trying to get underneath here. We're going to do the sides and the front, of course. So what do y'all have planned for today? I want to go to Michael's when I'm done. I want to see if they have their trees on sale. They didn't have their trees included when I went the other day, and I really wanted to get one that was smaller. I don't like a really big tree. Hey Sandra, how are you doing? Finches and lovebirds and cockatiels. Wow, you had a lot of different ones, huh? Alright, so I did all the sides. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do everything except where the black's going to be and the beak. And I'm just getting it as close as I can here to the face. And then the rest of it, just doing it the red solid color. And we will use the darker red to make the accents of the bird so it'll look more bird-like. Hey Miss Peggy, how are you doing? Hey there Susie, how are you doing? Y'all need to follow Susie too. She's in a different time zone, being over in Denmark. But you might be able to catch her like at night or something, or you can watch replay if you're not able to watch her. Okay, so here is the red bird right here, and I'm just going to set it over to the side, and then get the red out of this, and we're going to go ahead and do the blue bird, which has different colors on it. It's got 3 different ones. So we're going to try to do the blue first, and I'm going to use some of this classic blue. I'm going to see if this works. Hopefully this will be an okay color. It kind of matches the bird on this right here, because this is what I'm making. Yes, I cut the birds out myself. You can do this with cardboard. I can make a template and put it on Hummingbird Crafters if you want to cut out your own out of cardboard and do this. You can certainly do that. And this is the color of the bluebird. Hey, Miss Janet, Happy New Year. So good to see you. So I'm getting it kind of close here. Let me do from here on down the blue. So we're going to do it. This one has 3. It's got white and it's got kind of an orangey burnt sienna kind of look. And then it's got this blue right here. It's a little bit different. There's that. And then we're going to get up to here. But I'll do that if anybody's interested in that. If you cannot draw your own bird. So this is what it's looking like so far. Hey, Miss Gail, how are you doing? When I'm on live, I'm on at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what Miss Susie said, so that's pretty good. Y'all should be able to catch her. What do you do, Miss Susie? What kind of crafts do you do? Because I haven't caught you before because I am not here during the day. So I would have to catch you like at night or something. All right. So that part is the blue, okay? Right like that. I'm going to put one little bitty bit right here on the front that's blue up underneath here. All right, just so it's like that. All right, now we're going to do the orange. Hey, Miss Bridget, how are you doing? Good morning. Hey, Miss Trudy, Happy New Year. All right, so I like this color. This is Terracotta by Anita's, and I think that looks like the terracotta color or orangey color that it is, and so I'm going to use that. My brush is kind of all wonky, so we're just going to do the best we can right here. I'm going to cut this, paint this right here. And really, I may use the darker color. This doesn't look as dark. This is Pumpkin by Anita's. I may use it instead. I kind of like it better. This one's too muted. Yeah, this is more like it. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. So we're going to go right up against the blue and go in here just gently because my brush is kind of wonky, so I'm having to be careful. And I think this is an eastern bluebird, if anybody's keeping score. To which kind of bird it is. Hey, Melissa Dickerson, how are you? Hey, Elizabeth, Happy New Year. Did you get some sleep or did the dogs keep you awake with all that barking and stuff and scared? Elizabeth's dogs were scared last night with all the fireworks. Alright, so we're just going to I'm going to take this and go on the side here. And I just want to do it like this. And we're just going to go to about right there. Okay, and I'm going to fill in the orange. I know it. I had some fireworks, but it really wasn't too bad last night. And of course, I don't have dogs, so I don't have to worry about that. People that have dogs that can't tolerate that, I feel sorry for y'all. Now I'm going to just go right here on the side where the orange is. And we're just going to go up from there, all the way up to where the blue is. And I'll show it to you up close. Let me get it painted here. Okay, so that's the bluebird. And then the bottom's going to be white. Hey, Shalon, how are you? Hey, Dale. Happy New Year. We are in the mountains, Pigeon Forge. Oh, that's nice. I love Pigeon Forge. They have some cute little shops too. I like going in there. Thank you for the, oh, I didn't do the tail here blue either. So I need to do that. So I'm just going to kind of go right here. And we're just going to do it like that. So, it's been a while since I've been out there. I took my son when he was probably 12 or 13, something like that. My younger son. Oh, well, that's good, Miss Susie. She said she does all kind of stuff. So y'all have to catch her. Now I'm going to go under here and do the blue. I forgot to do this blue. Just like that. Okay, so it's supposed to have the blue on the tail. And then we're going to do white for the rest of it. You're lucky. One of mine has the worst PTSD, apparently. Aw, poor little baby. Alright, so let me do the white. And we're going to do white right up underneath here. And I'm just going to kind of go up in there just like this. I feel sorry for people's little dogs. And I understand. Alright, so I'm going to go up in here a little bit. And I'm just kind of moving my brush a little bit to kind of get in all that area. And I'm going to go ahead and go white on this, but we'll pretend like it's part of the snowy background. In order to get it really small right there, it's hard to do on the saw because it'll tear the wood. Hey, Linda Tanner. Happy New Year to you. Yesterday, Elizabeth and I went shopping, and we got a few good deals after Christmas, and some things were on sale as well. And I spent too much, so did she. I didn't need to be spending all that, but I did anyway. I'm bad girl, bad girl. Alright. So let me put the white on here, and then we'll let it dry. And then we'll do the black later for the feet. Alright, so I think I got it all pretty much here. I'm just kind of going at an angle on the bottom. Alright, so that's what it looks like. We're going to let that dry. And then we're going to do this little chickadee that is flying on top. Hey, Miss Rose, how are you doing? 90% off of Hobby Lobby tomorrow. Yes, and we ate the best lunch, Elizabeth said, at P.F. Chang's, y'all. It was delicious. Alright, so I'm going to still use the white I'm going to go ahead and paint most of this white, but it is blackish. I'm going to just come up in here a little bit. It's going to have some of the yellow in here. Right in here. I'm going to do underneath here where this connects to this. And part of this is white as well. And we'll just go on up to where the feet are. This one did a little bit better. Sometimes I can't get it to be very thin. It'll tear the leg off if I try to do it. I'm going to put this in here. All right, so that's really the white part of the bird. Hey Maria, how are you doing? Happy New Year. All right, so I'm going to take some black and I'm going to go on the wings, but I'm also going to get the white because I'm going to kind of make it gray, okay? So we're just going to kind of go on the side here. It doesn't matter if it's more black or more white or gray or whatever on the sides of the wings. We'll just kind of mix in the colors. I'm just going to take this little brush and just go gently up in here. We're just mixing our color as we go. So it's a little bit gray, and I do want it a little bit gray, a little bit lighter gray than that. So we'll worry about that in a minute. Just going to try to get up in here in these little creases a little bit. To get them all painted. Just gonna go right in here and paint this. Part of this is white, and I'm not gonna worry about that. We'll go back and get it. Because you can't get all the way in the creases because they're too little. If you see them right there. Thank you for painting the page. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to, this is going to have a little bit of white on it, but we're going to go back and put that on there. But right now we're just doing the grayish color for the background. So that's, it looks like one big old blob right there, but it'll come together in just a little. So we're going to do this side as well for the wings. Then we're going to get close to the head here. The head is black up at the top. I'm just kind of going around that a little bit. We're just making our gray as we go instead of mixing it all together. I tend to waste more paint doing that. So I'm just mixing it as I go. Need to go around the beak. Get it a little bit more. We'll just worry about the beak in a minute. Now we got to get the sides. And it can be more black. They're coming together pretty. Never know exactly how they're going to turn out whenever I'm cutting them out. Now I got to do this side. This is going to be so pretty. I want this on my door. I don't make too many things for myself anymore. I don't know how y'all are. Hey Denise Turner. Hey Sheila Barker. How are y'all? Happy New Year. I can't believe it's January already. This year's just gone by so fast. But I hope 2023 is a lot better year for me and y'all and everything. Alright, so I'm going to take the black. I didn't even take the brush and put it in the water. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to just paint this black here at the bottom. And we'll highlight it with white so it doesn't look like such a blob right there when I get done. But we're going to go ahead and do this part. I'm getting it up against this. Do the same thing at the bottom. Just painting in the black area. Most of this is his feet, but it'll look like a little bit of snow in between when I highlight it a little bit. The sun's trying to get up to me, isn't it? Alright, so now we're going to do the head. And we're just going to go right in here. Go around the eye. And you can take a little bitty brush and do this. I'm just using the side of this so I don't have to keep changing my brush out. And then this right here, there's a little bit of black right under here. Now part of his beak is on here, and it is black as well. And I'm going to try to go out from here just a little. Kind of like that, right there. And part of his tail is black. And we're just going to go where the white is. And right here to the edge. Do all of that black. And we'll come back and we'll highlight so it'll look more like a bird. So I'm just going to take this and color the black in on the tail here, on the back portion. Alright, so I've got to do the head. Just this little area right here. And we'll come back and finish him. Okay, so now he looks almost finished. Okay, and this is all going to be white and yellow, but we'll worry about that in a minute because it needs to dry. So we're going to go back to our little yellow bird here, which is the female. Hey Diana, thank you for the hearts. Hey Miss Denise, good morning and Happy New Year. So glad you're here this morning. All right, so we're going to take just this gold color. And I really need to pour some out. Let's see if it'll come on out. And the reason why I need it dark is because I'm going to go on the side a little bit. It's okay, Miss Diana. We've just made all of the plain colors for the backgrounds of the birds. So we're good. Got plenty of time here. And if you can't watch the whole thing, you can watch it later if you want to. That's fine. Alright. So I'm just taking some of this on the side of my brush. And I'm just going to kind of mix this in here. Like this, like so. And it's darker than the yellow that I have here. And so we're just going to make this look like feathers. So I'm mixing it in just a little. And same thing right in here, make it real dark. And I'm trying to just kind of brush some of this on here just a little. Okay, see how it's making it look more like feathers? It's hard for me to see what y'all are seeing because of the sun glare. Hey, Miss Tony, how are you doing? So I'm just gonna keep going here around this way, making it look more like feathers. We're gonna even put a little white on there. Just like that. So far, that's what it's looking like. Yeah, it's, thank you, Miss Tony. I cut it kind of short because I didn't want to have to go too soon to get my hair cut. My hair did. Alright. So I try to do it. It's basically the same cut. It's just shorter. It's supposed to be 68, I think, today. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to take some of the red and some of the yellow together. And we're going to do the tail. Kind of making it an orangey color, but kind of red a little bit. And I'm just going to do a little red on the side too. Make it kind of blend in a little. Same thing over here. You don't have to do this, but I just feel like it'll probably go in a little bit better. Alright, so it has sort of a reddish tail. High of 69. I'm putting a little bit more yellow on here. That way it's not so severe, and I'm going to get a little bit of red and the orangey color, sort of like with the yellow. And for the beak, we're just going to go right here on the side. Doing the beak right there. Thank you, Miss Darlene. I like my shirt. You know, it came from Beware. Now, I'm putting a little bit of red in here, but just a little, to kind of make it look like feathers. A little bit. Because she has a little bit of highlights. And then let me get a little bit of white. Ooh, you've been having 20s, Miss Rose. Where do you live? I forgot. Golly. Hey, Cynthia Kaywood, how are you doing? I'm going to take a little bit of the white, and we're just going to kind of go in here a little bit. I'll put a little bit on her head, a little bit right here. And I'm putting a little bit right in here. There. So she's coming together. Now we're going to get some black, and I'm going to get a very tiny brush, pointy brush, and we're going to do the black around her. And you need that around the eye. And this will make her come to life. Little bit. Now the eye is also black, but what you're going to do is leave a little space. And you'll put a little bit of white in there to kind of bring it together. All right. So she's coming together a little bit. Thank you. You have a blessed new year as well. I hope that I have one. Now I'm just taking a very little bitty bit and putting right in between the beak. Not making it real severe though. Alright, now we're going to do the eye. You go in between here. And it's really kind of ovally looking. And I left a little bit. See where the eye is? We're going to put a little bit of white in there. So I'm going to take the black off of my brush. Well, put it right back in the black. It's supposed to be in the white. Make sure you get that water off of there. I want most of the white off of there. Just like that. And then we want to put a little bit of white on top of here to make it look more like a beak. I don't want to do too much. And then we're gonna take some black just a little bit and kind of define the bottom here. I'm going to take a little bit of water to kind of make that flow. We don't want too much though, just a little bit. Just a very light black there. And I'm doing it just on the edge a little bit. Just like this, okay? Just little bitty light strokes. It's plumpy. Yeah, I think they all are. They're kind of fluffy like. I'm gonna get a little bit of yellow and we're just gonna go in with the white here. I don't want it to be too severe white. I want it to be some white, but not too much. And we want a little bit more definition of the yellow down here on either side. And a little bit up here on that. And I think that I want to put a little bit more black around the white and the eye. Gotta make sure you don't have your water on there. Ooh, I gotta get under here. Alright, so it makes it look more real, okay? So I've got that one done, and then we're gonna do the red bird the same way with the black. And I'm just getting up near the red. Just going down this way a little bit. So I'm going to get the black and put it underneath here so it'll look more realistic. Alright, and then I'm going around the eyeball just like I did her. You don't fill the whole thing. Not yet. I'm going to put a little bit right here so it'll look more realistic, more three-dimensional. I'll show it to you as soon as I get this little bitty bit. Okay. So there it is, the top part. Now his beak is still kind of orangey red. Hey Jody, how are you doing? Yes, I've got sunshine, that's for sure. Even if it gets in my way a little. All right. Now I'm using the yellow and the red together to make the beak. But you can use orange if you want to. And this makes orange, but it's just not so severe as an orange. And then we're just going to go on the top of this so it doesn't look so severe red right here. Same thing under here a little bit. All right, now we're going to take the black again with no water on here and do the eye. I'm going to get it kind of close. Right there. And then we're going to take a little bit of dot of white and just barely touch there. We want a little bit of the white on top of this. We're going to take a little tiny bead of black and just do one little line right there in between the beak. Hey, Barbara. All right, so I'm going to take this brush again, the small flat one, and we're going to take the darker red, which is this burgundy or dark scarlet, it says, from Deco Art, and I'm going to use that as my highlight. And I'm going to get a little bit of black in it to make it a little bit more dark. We're just going to take it and do the wing right here a little bit. And then we're going to take a little bit of it right in here. And we're going to do it a little bit right in here to make him kind of have a little bit of a darker right in here on the head. You almost have to flow a little bit in here to make it look more like feathers. Alright, so this is what it's looking like. So it has more of a 3D effect. Okay. She's in Tennessee and you're in Oklahoma. Alright, let me get just a little bitty bit of the black. And we're just going to go down right in the middle. Right like this. And then we're just going to kind of make it like this at the bottom. Alright, so it looks more realistic like that. So that one's done. And then we're going to do the bluebird. And it's kind of got a grayish beak. Gray, dark gray maybe beak. And we're going to do that. Let me do the top and the bottom. Right in here, right in here. And then I want to take just a little bit of black. We're going to go on the top of this. And a little bit on the bottom. All right, and then we're going to take a little bit of the black. We're going to come in here. And I'm just taking it. And we're just going to pretend that those are the feet and the rest of it is snow. So we're just going to leave it like that. Happy New Year to you, Melissa. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on. You know, it just takes practice to paint. You could just, you know, try to get some paints and just practice. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the white and we're just going to go around here a little bit. Kind of like this. And the crappier the brush, the better. Because it makes it look more like feathers a little bit. So I'm just going to take this and just do a little bit like that. Same thing. All the way down. Let's see. Kind of going in here like that. And I'm doing the same thing right in here with a little bit of white. There. Kind of looking like that right now. And then we're gonna take a dark color. I know I have a dark one somewhere. It's right here, and this is the burnt orange. We're gonna put a little bit of it in there, just a tiny bit, where the other orange is. And I'm just gonna take this other color off. You have lots of robins. This is a bluebird. I know I should have probably done a robin because we have a lot of robins too. Alright, so we're just gonna get this. You can make it a little darker if you want to with the little black. And I may do that. Let me see if I can get just a tad. I don't want too much. I'm gonna rub part of that off. Alright, so we just want it under the wing a little bit, just like that. And let's see, I want to put a little bit of gray in the white, a little bit. So we're going to have to get the white again and a little bit of the black. And we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to take some of it off. Like this. Put a little bit more white right in here. I'm just putting a little bit right in there of the white, just so it looks more flowy. All right. Now, I'm going to take a little bit, napped several times yesterday. I didn't take any naps, I should have. let me see here. I want to get this on the edge. Now I'm going to get it right here on the edge a little bit. Just like that. Put a little bit of feathers right here. Just like that. And put a little bit in between here and here. Like that. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit more of the darker up underneath here. And a little bit of black. There we go. I just want it to be more defined underneath his beak. And then we're going to do his eye with the little bitty brush with the black. Just like that. And a little bit right like this. And then let me take the white and we're going to go around the eye just a tad. Take one little dot. Go in there. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the blue because it looks like it needs to go up a little bit where the blue is. And we're just going to go right in here with the blue. And the same thing right there. That way it looks more realistic right there. All right. So, let me see here. All right. So I'm going to leave that there and we're going to start on this bird. And he needs some more white. So let me see. I'm going to try this bigger flat brush to try to figure this out. We need a little bit up in here. And right in here. All of this is white. Now I'm just taking it and dotting the color on. We're going around the eye. Just like this, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that, Miss Barb. Thank you for spreading the love. All right, now I'm going to get some of this right here, some yellow on the white, and I'm just going to put it right in here. We're just going to go up to where the white is and down. I'm just taking this and just dabbing it in here a little bit. And I want it to mix a little bit with the white, so it doesn't matter that it has that on there. I don't want it to be too severe. So that's the way it looks. Then we're going to finish right here with some black. Or maybe white by itself. Let me see. Let's see. Had too much water in it. Okay. Now, I want to take some water, and we're just going to kind of make this go out to the side here a little bit, just watery. Same thing a little bit around the head. I'm just kind of mixing it up here. We're just going to do it like this, pulling it a little bit, the color. Alright. Do a little bit down here. Just pull in some of the color. Alright. I'm going to take a little bit of the white, and we're going to kind of go in here to make the feet a little bit more pronounced. Like this. And then we're going to do the same thing for the tail. I'm going to get some water. We're just going to flow that white on down this way. Same thing on the top a little bit to make it look more like the bird. Alright, so it looks more like that. And we're going to get a little bit of white and some water. We're going to go over the head a little bit. I'm just taking a little bit of it off. And I want just a tad. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the eye. And then we're going to just do a little dot in the eye. Make sure there's no water. Little bitty dot. We're doing a little bit right on his nose. Off to make some family some breakfast. Well, that's perfectly fine. You have a good day, Miss Jody. Now I'm going to take the flat brush and we're going to have some white on it. I'll try to get just a little bit here. And we're just going to take this and make the wings with a little bitty bit. this. Just like that. We got to go back over this one because it's going away a little bit. Well, let's see. There we go. All right. Let me get some on these wings. I'm going to take just a little tad of black, just very little. And go in between here a little bit to define the wings a little bit better. We're going to do the same thing right here. Just a little bitty dab. Just enough to make the wings. Just like this, and I'll show them to you. All right. So there it looks more like a little chickadee. Thank you, Miss Gloria. All right. So I've got these birds. And we're just going to set them to the side. Get that out of the way. We got these already painted. And move this and this. All right. All right, so now I have this big surface. And I did crackle it. I got it for $5 at Hobby Lobby. It had something on it about a baby. I'm not sure. You want to make sure that the top of it is going to be where this is. That way you can hang it. And I thought the crackle looked more like winter. That's okay, Miss Shalon. You go right ahead. I appreciate you watching while you can. It really is coming together. All right, so I've got some of these picks right here. We'll put a little bit of the greenery. I'm just going to set them here first. We're going to put some on either side. I've got 2 of these greenery that I got at Michael's. And we're going to end up stapling these on because they're pretty big. I'm going to try. And I want to put this here. And I've got one for the other side. I'm trying to take off the tags. These were $5.99, but I got them for like 75% or 70% off maybe. I don't know. All right. And then I've got some of this right here. And I want to put these right here at the bottom. 2 of these. I've got 3 of them. Let me see how this is going to work. I think we're going to put all 3 of these in the middle. I'll put one kind of up. One like that, maybe. And then right in here. And then I've got some of these as well. I don't know exactly how I want to do it. I just thought it looked wintry. Let me put this out. Trying to straighten it. And I do have some more of the regular greenery and some berries. Let me see here. So let me just see how this is, and then we'll try to staple it on here. I've got one that has little white berries on it, but I don't know if I really need that. Let me see here. maybe this needs to be right here. And then we'll put one of these right here to cover that up. I think that's what I like. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, it's working pretty good. All right, let's see. I want to put that up a little bit. This one's going to be the hardest one. Let's see how this does. It's on there. So that's pretty good. All right, let's see. I want to try to put this up in here because I like this. This should have gone up some. Let me see. Ooh, once you get it on, you may not get it off. All right, I'm taking it out. But you won't be able to see that. I'm gonna put it up a little bit. That's the middle. All right, let me do this again. I'm doing two just to make sure, but this is on here securely, so it's a good thing. It's a wood round, Miss Barb. I got it from Hobby Lobby. So I want this through here because I do like that pine cone. And we're just gonna do it this way. Let me see if I can bend this up just a smidge. So we're gonna take the middle one because I like this because it looks more wintry, and we're gonna just set it right in here to do the base, and I'm gonna bend this just a little bit so you won't see it hanging off here. So I'm gonna put that right there. And that way that's in the middle. Then I'm gonna take some of this greenery, some of this white stuff, really. I'm going to put it right here. So let's see. Let me see exactly where I want it. And then we're going to do one on the other side, and this one's kind of bent more maybe. Let's see. They both look about the same, but if I bend it, it'll look like it's going the other way. And then one in the middle. All right. And then one kind of right in there, maybe. Like that, because I like the white. I've also got these. I don't know if y'all like these or not. Let me try to pinch one off. I don't know if I want the whole thing together or just one of them. And I kind of like these a little bit better. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Let me get this sticker off. That's kind of cool. We'll put one on either side maybe. It's going to look so much prettier. For the base right here. Let's see. It gets stuck. Lord. All right. There. I'll put it back in there. Stick this under here. once you get one in, you can stick it up underneath and it'll stay. All right, and then let's see what this looks like. That looks pretty. We'll put one on either side. You like it? All right, let's see. I'm going to take one of these off and put it right here so it'll look better. And I'm going to stick it in here. Well, I missed it all together. All right, let's see. Let me get this one up where I missed it completely. Get it in there, Tanya. Get it in there. There, I got it then. If you need to, you can bend it. All right, now I do have this one, but it has the red in there, and I really didn't want very much red. Here's some berries. Is that wintry or is that just Christmas? Thank you, Melissa. I don't know. So, we're gonna put this up under here. And we're gonna put our birds in there. And we're gonna have to glue the birds in a little bit onto like the pine cone here. I know I turned this on. I guess I turned it off. All right, so we have to wait a minute. I didn't turn it on. Berries are wintry. Do you like the red in it? A little bit of red? Just a little bit on either side. Like this. What do y'all think? Love a few berries? Okay. Maybe that and just a little right in there. Me. This is pretty. It's gonna be pretty with all the birds. All right. Now before we put the birds on anyway, I bought a peace sign right here to go in the center like that, because I liked it with the peace. Okay, so this bird is going to go up on top of here like that, just like the card. We're going to have this in here. It really needs to go a little bit further down. Like that. And then these are in the bird in there. We need something to fill in. Maybe I need the red. Y'all think that's too much? Don't really have any more. I wish I had some more of these kind. I just like it. You think that's too much? The birds love the berries too. All right. Well, maybe it needs that a little bit. And then put this a little bit further down. There we go. What do y'all think? Angle the peace sign. I like it going up. Let me see what it looks like. I don't know. I think it ought to go right there. I think I'm going to put this right here. So I'm going to put it a little bit lower. Gosh. There. That's okay. Then we'll glue this down. I'll need to get some glue gel. Whatever makes me happy. That's true. Ooh. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this so it'll stay. Trying to get it all out of here so I can use it all. See if this is warm enough yet. It is. All right, let's see what we can do. And I like the brown. And then we'll get some of this on here. Wonder if I can get just a smidgen of this out. Just a smidge is right. Alright, see, we'll have to use hot glue for the other. We're going to just put a little bit right here. Let's see. I'm going to lean it a little bit. We're just going to glue these on here. Hold them a sec. We're just kind of gluing it on to the pieces of stuff. Let me just put a generous amount on here because you don't know where it's really going to hit. And then here's a red bird. We're going to put it right here. Can you see? It's hard to see because of that bright light. And I'll take a picture of it so you'll be able to see it better. But it does say peace. And it has all the birds right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. It's looking pretty. It looks really pretty. So, I like it. You like it, Danielle? Thank you so much. This is pretty. I guess I should make these in here with a little bit of glue. I don't think they'll come out. It's the only thing I didn't glue down. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Miss Jerry. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. I think it's really pretty. And I'm going to take a picture of it because it probably doesn't do it justice with the light glaring like this. But it's really pretty. And it'll go pretty on the front door. I may just hang it up there and then take a picture of it. But it's so pretty. Thank you, Debbie. You can't wait to see it once it's hung. So I like it. It's pretty. And I want this for my door. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So pretty. I love birds anyway. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Miss Diana. Would be beautiful on in your dining room. Yeah, it would be pretty. And I just think peace anytime is good. So I just wanted to get this. I got it off of Amazon, I think, for the sign, the peace sign. Let me get some of these little boogers off of here. I might take a little bit of red and go on the berries right there. Let me see. There. Because they kind of look white right there. There, that looks better. Thank you, Miss Barb. I appreciate it. That's true, Miss Shirley, if it's on the front door. Because I love it. I think it's so pretty. So I'll show it later on. I will come on Wednesday, and we may do a deer craft, a winter craft with a deer on it, and do some painting for that. It's on a canvas, and then I cut out the deer. Thank you, Melissa. You're so sweet. But y'all come back at 6 p.m. It's going to be between, well, no, it'll be 6 on Wednesday because I'll be off on time. If you have diamond dust, yeah, that would be pretty too. I might do that. I do have some diamond dust, and I've got some Mod Podge, so we can do that. I got my birds. I cut them out myself, Miss Linda. I'm sure you can find some, or you can make them. I said I would put the picture, like a pattern, on Hummingbird Crafters if you want to go on there. I can't put it on my regular page, but I can put it on the crafting page. I will make the pattern for each of these. If you want to do it out of cardboard, you can do that. So, that's what I did. Thank you so much. But I will see y'all on Wednesday, and y'all have a good day. I will be on tomorrow night for the private group to paint the snowman that's behind me here, right here. If you want to join that, it's $10 for the class to join to learn how to paint the snowman. And the next time we may do a deer for next month. I have to do it when Dr. Bierman's off in order for me to do it on Monday nights. But tomorrow night at 6 p.m. is when that class is, and it's $10. Just message me if you're interested. And I will talk to y'all later. See most of you on Wednesday. Bye.